And they will begin to shrivel, become smaller and smaller. And often, the observation will be made of those individuals, man, you should have seen them in their prime. They were physical specimens, 6'2", 240 pounds. They could bench press inordinate amounts of weight. And now, they can be lifted by a nurse relatively easily as they move into their late 90s. And the observation of Yeats is, in fact, this: an aged man is but a paltry thing, a tattered coat upon a stick. We're all like scarecrows, unless soul, that other part of a human being, clap its hands and sing, and louder sing for every tatter in its mortal dress. You look in a mirror and your first instinct is to say, oh, I'm getting older. What you don't understand is that your soul is saying, yay, it won't be very much longer. And finally the body will die and I get to be free and escape. Escape to where? Byzantium. An aged man is but a paltry thing, a tattered coat upon a stick, unless soul clap its hands and sing, and louder sing for every tatter in its mortal dress. Nor is there singing school, but studying monuments of its own magnificence. And therefore I have sailed the seas and come to the holy city of Byzantium. Today we call it Istanbul. Of course, it was called Constantinople for many years, the greatest city of the East. It was an amazing city because of its architecture. There's a time when all of the major buildings in Byzantium had gold on the roofs, put there intentionally, so that in the morning, as the sun rose and it hit the city, it literally lit up the city like it was on fire. It was the great city of art. Of course, it attracted any number of invaders who happened to like gold. But the city, even today, of Istanbul, is still a remarkable city. Some of the best shopping in the world, we might say, is still there. Most of it is legal. I'll not get into that. But the reality is, Byzantium in this poem becomes quintessentially the place of great relief. Some will call it nirvana, some will call it paradise, and of course, many will call it heaven. The place where souls will go. And of course, once there, prepare for their return. Remember, Yeats is a believer in a return back into this world. When we hit part 3-4 tomorrow, we will ask about sages standing in God's holy fire, and we'll ask about a soul carrying around a dead body, and we'll ask about, what do you want to come back as if you were to come back to live this thing again called life? Thank you. A wizard?